Everybody, and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I am your host, Mystic Raven. All right, today I'm going to go over the tank role in DCUO. As most games that have the Holy Trilogy, tanks are very important to the dynamics of a party because a tank controls mobs, tries to aggro bosses, and keep pretty much the blunt damage away from the group. So in DCUO, tanks are set up slightly different. There's a lot of things that you can contribute with tanks. Mainly it's about your armor, resistance, and all this stuff in CCs. So as you guys can see, I take upheaval. I am a earth tank, so I take upheaval. This increases my defense while not blocking. Also, I take epicenter. Now, epicenter is a pull, so it allows me to pull mobs into me. So, you know, if things get crazy, I can pull them in, right? And then you start doing it. Then I follow up with jackhammer. That also gives me stone skin and creates an AoE effect when I pull them in. And then I do pebble blast. That's my taunt. Then we have soothing sands. Gives me immunity to CC effects. And then I use the other ability from Iconic Powers, Pheromone Bloom. So it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. A lot of cool stuff. And I do apologize. My sinuses are kind of like going crazy at the moment. So anyways, the best way to kind of explain a tank is just by doing it. So I'm going to try to get a 4-man queue. We'll pretty much just see where I'm at. Well, I can't believe I'm at tier 6. That's a little crazy. We'll queue tier 5 and what I can queue here. Now, once again, I'm going to pick that tank role. All right. And while I'm waiting, I can check the comments out if I pulled them up. Okay, no comments as of yet. Now, weapon specialization. Kind of important to go over. As I'm using a staff currently. I like the AoE effects. You can kind of go whatever weapon. I would suggest melee for tanks versus ranged. A lot of tanks like rifles, though. So there are tanks that do use rifles, but I prefer this because when I'm in between my effects, if I'm not pulling them in or anything, then I can hit them with the combos. My resistances, my abilities allow my resistance to stay quite a bit, so recasting isn't much of a problem as long as I see those shoulders. Okay, so there's a lot of things you can do with a tank. I love the staff with tanks. Staffs, swords are good. Swords are really good. Shields are good too. A lot of people go shields. Shields are pretty good. You can think of it almost like a Captain America type, effect if you go shields. So it's kind of cool. A lot of cool things with tanks. Now, I don't go flying. I usually go with the super speed so I can kind of move around. Your movement is kind of different, but with this one, I wanted to go with the super speed just so I could zip around and grab things if I need to. It's just a lot easier for me to, move and kind of fly at speeds to grab aggro at certain places if I'm, in lossing and kiting. So super speed kind of helps out with the kiting a lot easier than flying. In my opinion. That's my opinion. I mean, you can play how you want. Okay. Don't know when I will be getting a queue. I could queue up some of the easier dungeons. Hive base is such a pain. Outer Caves is a daily. Armory wouldn't be too bad. It's a daily too. League of Assassins. I'll queue the dailies too. Then you can always go with raids. All right. We'll hit these. I can queue these as well. Look at those. Now, tanks don't deal a lot of damage, and when you take a look at your character sheet, it's kind of interesting because the biggest one for the tank is your dominance, right? Dominance is combined with restoration to determine the potency of healing and shield abilities. At high levels, dominance must be higher than the enemy's willpower for CC effects to take effect. So, and then of course toughness. Toughness reduces damage from player enemies. So these are your two biggest stats in as a tank role. So my combat rating is 104. Equipped CR is 99. Tanks are very prized possession or prized position in this game because you don't need a lot of tanks in any game, so DPS is always preferred by most players. But a good tank will be snatched up quick by leagues because there are far few in between of really good tanks in this game. Now, I was a backup tank for my league, so sometimes I would fill in the slot, but at the same time, it wasn't my main. So I mainly was either healer, DPS, or troller. Troller, I used quite frequently. I would always prefer my healer, or my DPS. But as far as tanking, I always had a tank for backup purposes. And that's when I was like really into it and everything. And there are a couple different tanks. Ice Tank was really big in this game, like huge. Ice Tank like was big. I didn't want to do what everybody else did, and I went Earth Tank, and I really liked the Earth Tank. And then of course you got Rage, and there's like 4 or 5 different tanks in the game. So Fire's a tank. Believe it or not, DPS tank. Fire tanks you don't see fire tanks a lot, but they're really, really good. I really like fire tanks as well. On, it's pretty quick. I won't get anything out of it, but there we go.
This is Waller.
All DPS.
You are now assigned to the Suicide Squad. By now, you are intimately aware of our arrangement. Cooperate with the members of Task Force X, or I yank the leash connected to that collar.
What could happen?
Science cell power at 50%.
Okay, I'm just gonna buy some sodas.
Get in there and stop any prisoners that try to escape. I'm going to find out what's trying to weaken the central power battery.
Okay.
There is no
Science cell power at 25%.
Like I said, mainly taking all the
Science Cell
aggro.
security breach detected. Alpha Lanterns alerted.
Rig Protocol Zeta 5 initiated. Science cell lockdown. Eliminate all entities found outside the cells.
Prisoner 186221. Lissadrak.
As it is written, my captors have been overcome and I am free. What is this? You dare to oppose me? I will educate you on the true meaning of fear as written in the Book of Parallax. Caru Seal of Sector 2815. The war doctor is murdered by Green. Follows through the power of the Emperor. Let us see if you can survive this humble existence. Kretch of Sector 3545 instills immense fear in all beings. His power lies not only in his yellow ring, but in his ability to fire and consume entire cities. You have surpassed my expectations in surviving this long, but you shall not leave here alive. Prepare to meet a violent and painful end. Enemies of Sinestro, you shall not prevent me from escaping this prison. You will learn to fear my combat prowess.
Science Cell lock malfunction. Repair console to prevent cell door breach.
That's gonna be a problem. They didn't come in. Dude.
Science Cell power at 75%.
Get this fucker out of here. Not even doing anything.
clearance for transport.
Jesus, they're
imminent.
not even doing anything.
Malfunction. Science cell inertial restriction field reversed.
Prisoner 461501, Evil Star, released.
You cannot resist the might of my Starband! Starling, attack!
Bastard get to.
Inertial restriction field disabled.
Detention level 159 power is critical.
The power of my conscience.
I'm just pulling them in. Keeping the damage off my team as much as possible, especially without a healer.
Losing power in Block 17.
Malfunction. Science cell inertial restriction field reversed.
Prisoner 000001, Krona, released.
Corona.
For millennia, I have remained in that cell to rot. The Guardians, their core. All of you will pay! You dare challenge
Me?
machine?
Just what you want to do is just stay around here.
Command override.
He'll do this laser beam with the gauntlet.
Krona, Alpha 4. Attack. Long before the Guardians created the rings, I was the first to harness the power of will. I was the one that gave birth to it all. Behold my gauntlet!
Ability. Supplies. Comes. That's why I really do like the healing. Tanks come in handy. Yes, they do. See how I didn't get any extra bonus work, so.
Inertial restriction disabled.
Should have got something from the bonus crate though. Without being K'd. Greatest thought I don't have in a piece I can't equip because it's set for a controller. I hate that. That's one thing I hated about this. Oh, God. Pretty easy. Tanking's fun. You can have a lot of fun in any game as a tank. I totally believe that. Atomic tank is beast now. Is it? I haven't tried it. It's been a while. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it. I wanted to try water too. I really wanted to get into water, but you know, I haven't even checked out water, or I haven't checked out. I haven't even played out with munitions. So I know munitions. I think is a CC too. Like a controller, that's a DPS controller, and then I knew Atomic was a tank. But yeah, I love playing tank. Like to this day, I still don't regret taking Earth though. I mean, I really like it. I feel like the devs do a good job in what they're trying to set out each class to do. Certain ones I'm just a little better at than others. And I tried the ice tank at one time, didn't like it. Tried fire, and I was like, oh, not my thing. The ice was cool, but I really got into earth tanking a lot better, a lot better, and I really liked it, especially with all the ground effects, smashing, a lot of fun, lots and lots of fun. You don't see a lot of earth DPS too, which I have DPS'd on this tune before, but you know, Earth is kind of, I think, Earth's really good because it offers a lot of CC effects within its, you know, dynamics. And I really like it, you know, lots. You can get a pet. You can have pets on this class as well. So you can get these golems. They're pretty cool. You know, it's a really good class, either for DPS or tanking. But tanking is definitely what I kind of did with this, and every one of my dudes have their own type of layer. So like I said, I used to be hardcore into this game, like not even lying. Like I used to play, I was a top raider in this game at one time. So when things came out, like I would focus on getting it, and that was kind of something I really enjoyed, man. Was, you know, it's like I have in between time, and in between time I would, you know, get new layers and, you know, fluff them out. I would fluff them out. Look, I even got a hot tub. See this? That's how pimp I am. Anyways. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. David, make sure you add me, dude. Seriously, on this. What type of tank did you make? Me and Mustang were playing it last night, and she made ice tank. Water is a healer, right? Yeah, water is healer. Yeah, water is a healer, and ice tanks are badass. Mustang will be pretty happy with ice tank. Ice tanks are beast. Like, that was preferred in the back in the day. Ice tanks are just a class that literally you can have a lot of fun with. Because it's CC, it's got this lot of resistance, a lot of buffs. And CC's, almost kind of like Earth, but slightly different, So ice tanks are fun. Water is definitely healing. Water, you're going to have a lot of fun with. I was playing with my water healer a little bit last night. I just made it. It was kind of like, wanted to check it out. Kind of interesting. It's interesting to say the least. It's different. Just different, I guess. So I'll probably go over healers tomorrow. And I'll introduce you guys to like my main, and that was my sorcerer healer. Really enjoyed the sorc healer a lot. Like, the sorcerer healer was like one of the ones that I went with. Nature was a big one, which nature was always good, but sorc healer was my favorite for the longest time. So I'll introduce you guys to that tomorrow. But yeah, just remember, tanks. The only thing I would suggest about a tank, take a melee weapon. Because this way you can nosedive into it a lot easier. And you can, like, the reason I like this one a lot easier, I can control the combos, the AoE combos a lot better when I'm doing my spins. So I can control the combos quite easier with the staff. That's why I liked it. A lot of people in Shield, I try Shields, and it was cool, like especially the flinging part and doing crazy stuff with shields. But like I said, I mean, I really like the bow staff on tank, this tank anyways. So I would suggest for anybody who's getting into different type, like ice tank, like rifle was a big thing with ice tank. I don't know why, but a lot of people liked rifles. I felt like the combos were a little harder. So I got into just melee, staying melee. Try to stay away from range as much as possible. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. It's, this game has a lot of perks to it. What is the best class for a beginning tank? Beginning tank. Okay, let me log out and I'll kind of go over a few things here. Okay, I'm gonna go to character switch. Now I have like 5 tunes that are up towards what I've considered endgame when I left. So I'm going to go ahead. I have two character slots open. So let's go ahead and I'll kind of go over some of the tanks.
Targets identified. Select gender and body type.
Now customization in this game is a little weak, in my opinion. It's the only thing I didn't like about the game when I first started it.
Select exobyte download type.
Okay.
Select a hero.
I have a couple of heroes, but I usually go villain. I have a couple of heroes, but like I have like three heroes, but mainly I'm all villain. Because at the time heroes and villains couldn't be in the same leagues. So, and all my mains were whatever. Now you could kind of pick whatever for your mentors. Okay, so here we go. Mental is not it's a CC. Ice is a big one. Ice is like the foundation of majority of endgame tanks. Ice was a big tank, and it's base game. You don't have to get any DLC to be an ice tank. Ice tanks are really good. They are without a doubt probably some of the better end game ones. Fire is a tank as well. You won't see a lot of fire tanks due to the fact that ice just outperforms fire as far as the tank roll. But when it comes to DPS, and when you're going to switch it up, fire DPS is still probably some sick-ass DPS. A lot of people like to go with the flashy stuff, but when it comes to like straight-up DPS, Fire does really well. Always has, probably always will. For a base game, this is really good. You can be a tank as a fire tank. So if you want to, and there's not a lot of difference as far as fire. It's just it plays different. CCing though and mob control, ice performs better than fire. That was the issue. Okay, so Earth. That's what I was. Hold on. Excuse me. I really liked Earth. It had a lot of CCs. It kind of played like in certain ways like ice, but I could switch it up a little bit. So Earth is a base game as well as ice. The only difference of it is, now I would recommend like as far as your speeds go or your movement, I'll get into that too. Earth is really good. It's a solid, and so is ice. Quantum's a CC, Celestial's a heal, Rage. You need a DLC for this one, right? But Rage tanks became a big popular thing. Rage is like, once you get things moving with this tank, it does really well, and it's fun. I feel like it performs better than like ice. No, not at all. It's just a fun tank. And it gets momentum, and it can pull in a lot of things and do like really sick combos. So it switches up, it makes tanking fun. So for beginning tanks, if you want to have fun as a tank, Rage is really fun, like a lot of fun. Now munitions, I think that's a CC'er, but then Atomic was added, and then like Spartacus was saying, Atomic is like I guess one of the beast tanks at the moment because it deals with nuclear, which I can make an Atomic. Now, a lot of people want to go flight as a tank. Do not do that. It's terrible for kiting. Like if you're gonna need movement, my only suggestion as a tank, like if you're going to be like end game and you're like, oh, I want to go ahead and take flight, you're going to have a very, very painful experience. Now, there are movement restrictions like I did in the dungeon where movements are taking off, but not every content's like that. So I like super speed on the tanks. Acrobatics is cool too. You kind of get a little bit of movement. So these two are kind of the ones I would suggest. So if you want to be acrobatic, it's good for a tank. Super speed is good, except if control, sometimes if you're not watching it, you'll like run up a wall and then shit will just get crazy. So you gotta be careful. Skimmering is kind of like hovering. It's just like a hover, except you're on pads. Don't take that either. These two I would never tank for a tank. DPS really does good. Control, DPS, healers, you can pretty much take anything you want. But tanks, you want to steer away from these two. If you're going to be a tank, you want to take either acrobatics or super speed. Those are the two that are really good. I like super speed because it was easier to kite. Like that was one of the things I really enjoyed with that. Weapons is like hold on. Hand blasters is okay, but once again, I don't like anything like ranged. I want to take AoE combos. One hand's good, but it's single target focus. Staff to me was really good. I always enjoyed staff. Dual wield is good as well. I really like dual wield. 2H can be good. It's really hard to master a 2H. 2H tanks are badass, but they're really, really rough. Really. Martial arts is really cool. Martial arts is badass. I really like martial art tanks. Pistols, once again, it's a range. Don't really like it much. Bow, Brawler can be good as well. It's almost like a 2H type effect. A little slow, but hits hard. It kind of gives a nice feel to the tank, but it slows up the game pace. So that's why I feel like martial arts or bow, it works out really a lot better. Now, ice tanks used to love rifles. Used to love rifles with grenade launcher combos and stuff. So I can kind of see the appeal to it. But I was just terrible at playing a real shield. Shields were popular. They do really well. A lot of things you can do with shields. I just don't like. It lacks AoE a lot in comparison. So in my opinion, like martial arts or bow is really good. I prefer staffs on tanks like a lot.
Display exabyte download.
Really a lot.
Appearance options now available.
Now you can customize your colors and stuff and all that stuff as well. Okay, and then you could get into next. Do I want to customize? No.
Download successful.
Then like Mystic Nuke, whatever. Now they have these new skip things. That's $45. I want to say this is like $25, and you can skip. This isn't worth it. Skip to level 25, not worth it. Don't pay this. Don't do this one ever, ever, ever. If you know the game and you want to skip and you want to pay $45, by all means, do this. Now, you have to do, I think, a tutorial at least one time. If you've done it, you can skip it now. They've given you the option now to skip tutorials.
Earth.
Cutscenes are pretty good in this game. I'm not going to lie. I felt like that was one thing I really enjoyed about DC. Rage is great DPS. Rage is awesome DPS. I don't know if Xbox is cross-platform. It's not. PlayStation and PC are cross-platform. Remember we had that talk. Like DC came in after SOE separated from PlayStation, Sony. Once they did, they became Daybreaker Games, and Daybreaker Games then produced it, put it on Xbox, but it is not cross-platform. I can check. But, yeah, it's not cross-platformed at all. I mean, I really wish it was. I really wish it was. Oh, wait, whoa. Hold on. I know there are should be many posts I've done about this, but if Sony don't want to play ball, then why not have it to where PC players can queue with Xbox players only? Meaning if Xbox players, yeah, so no. Sounds like a nightmare to code. It does. Microsoft only wants crossplay now because they are desperate. Why would Sony need to crossplay when they already do it on PC? PS already has a large population on DC, so it really would only benefit Xbox players, just like the crossplay with PS and PC really only benefits PC players. Right. PC, it's just like it's like pop on PC is huge. PlayStation's had it since PS3. PS4 doesn't want to. Oh, for crying out loud, stop the pointless console versus console bickering. Yeah, but from my understanding, it is not crossplay. Like Xbox, I believe, has its own platform. See, it's all like forum stuff, but yeah, I believe it's not cross-platformed. I don't believe it is. Maybe I'll email them and find out more for sure. But I think it's all on individualized servers. Now PC, I like I have a PS platform. I could download it on Xbox easy, but right now I got to get live back in. which I'll probably be doing not next month, but the month after, and because I got school and kids stuff and all that. But you know,
you were capable enough to get out of.
But anyways, Atomic.
Welcome to Club Lexalance, one of many nightclubs.
You will start off with the basics,
kind of folk.
and then at level 10, you'll be able to switch to the tank role. From that point on, once you unlock abilities, it will tell you.
My research lab at Metropolis General has developed a mutagen from
taunt. There's the taunt, particle beam.
Claim it isn't ready for human testing. I need someone with a more flexible
That's cool.
set of ethics.
You need those little remedies as a tank.
Injector from a nearby van.
I always look for this. Is what I always tell people. You always want to look for things that, you know, have like tank at the bottom. Reconstitutes a portion of your tissue when applied, healing you. Oh, nice. Excellent. Excellent. Provides immunity crowd control. This is huge, especially when you're getting an end game. Like, you want to eliminate crowd control effects on your party members. That's the tank's job, not the healers. Enemies attacking group members not in tank role are de-taunted and compelled to seek other targets. You and up to 7 group members gain plus 10. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I can see the appeal to this. I could see the appeal to the Atomic class for sure, for sure. My main is Electric 2H DPS, name Thordar. Let me see. There's one way to find out. Hold on. Got to get in game. I want to make sure the spelling's right. Thordar. I think you have been added to my friends list. If you get on, we might be able to find out. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember what button pulls up. There it is. It says you're offline right now. That might work. I actually will be kind of getting into that then. If this is cross-platform against all of them, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, oh, I'm going to have a lot of fun with my viewers. Because I'm already like, I got like 4 or 5 deck tunes. Like in the hundreds. Like 90s to 100s. And the storyline is really good. The combat's fun. The graphics is like, you know, it depends on your style. But for comic book type gameplay, it fits. The graphics fit this setup. Really nice. Really, really nice. So I think I gotcha. I think I gotcha. No, I need you to do, Spartacus, is log on to the Xbox into your game and see if I added you as a friend. It says you're offline. So I need to see if it's cross-platform. That would be badass. Now, Mustang has a PlayStation, so if you have a PC and she's got a PlayStation, yeah, we're good. We're in like Flynn, because I mean, whatever. But if it's cross-platform, you don't even need to worry about it. Your main can play with me. This makes me miss City of Heroes. City of Heroes was my favorite of all times. Of all times. Oh, okay. I thought Thordar was your Xbox tune. What's your Xbox tune's name, Spartacus? That's what I want to find out. Yeah, I honestly don't think you can cross-platform with Xbox. I want to say Xbox is completely separate. Like, you know, I really wish it wasn't that way. If it is PlayStation, I wish they'd get off their little fucking asses and just, you know, let it happen, to be honest with you. And see, there are new players running around here, creating tunes, having fun. You can have a lot of fun in the game. I mean, the opportunity for it is here. And once you get skill points, you can allocate. Now, that's another thing. You don't have to worry about putting skills. They changed all that. So they open up automatically, right? So all your beginning skill points will go towards, guess what? Your weapon specialization. Once you get out of whatever, you'll get 12 skill points. And you can pretty much just bake all of that in there. And then you can unlock new ones later. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, kind of cool. Okay, let me check you out. You do it when you get home. Reinstall. Okay, well, make sure you get a hold of me via Xbox. I'll put up my thing, and then we could see if it at least cross-platform. If it's cross-platformed. I doubt it is. Like on Xbox, I feel Xbox has their own servers, which sucks. It totally sucks. But yeah, no, I mean Metropolis and Gotham, you kind of wear out after the whole whatever have you, like tutorial type shit.
This mutagen is designed to turn subjects into power-draining parasites.
And like I said, the only thing you want to do is just try to
and see if they survive.
In the beginning, the game kind of gets like, you feel like, what the fuck?
Stop! You're hurting me!
Yes, I am hurting you.
I
Oh,
had a facial yesterday and now it's ruined!
it is ruined.
I'm so hungry. Someone help!
Lex is so sick.
What's going on? I'm so hungry. So stoked. Please, give me something to eat, please. Ow, my stomach.
Hey, can you come pick me up? Yeah, Calico was so cool at the rally. Hey, what did you do to me? Oh, the pain is unbearable. I can't take it.
I feel like you're a hell of a lot stronger now in this game. And then you just complete.
Is designed to turn subjects into power-draining parasites. Use it on the local student body.
And then you always want to get the briefings. Very important. See, I unlocked a new skill.
Apperson's Journal.
Got barred.
Type 3 ultra catabolism. Potential energy manifestation applications.
Excellent. The mutagen works. Unfortunately, the police are arresting our potential parasites before they can feed and complete their mutation.
Totally.
Free the affected students. I need them for the next stage of my plan.
I'm so hungry.
What?
Please.
Rookie?
I'm hit.
Oh no. See, the bow does really good, just a lot of AoEs.
I've got to get free and feed. Help me.
I can close in. You get used to it pretty quick.
Get me out of these cuffs!
I hear something. Aha! It's a briefing.
Happerson's Journal, Type 1. Gravitation desensitization, extremely common.
Some of the animation, I'm not. Certain things I'm kind of like, eh.
I got this one.
Oh, thank you for subscribing and welcome to Mystics MMOs. About to say it. I can't say that anymore.
If you or someone you know has been infected,
Love it.
Let me loose.
Pretty cake, pretty cake, pretty cake.
we have a live one.
Alright.
I'm on it. Hands up and weapons down. I'm hit.
I kind of like the being able to, after comboing up, to hit up some of the atomic effects. Kind of cool. Kind of feeling that in certain ways.
Fight the hunger. There are treatment stations set up to help.
Like when you get that stun, like following up. I kind of like that.
I won't let you hurt my friend.
Free me, please!
Totally, so I can infect you further.
Happerson's Journal. Type
Building
2,
crawling and super
visualization,
speeds, I'm not gonna lie, is a fucking chore. One thing you're gonna hate about super speed when you have to crawl up shit. Get on your fucking nerve. In dungeons you're gonna kick ass, and out in the fucking world getting briefings and shit, you're gonna cry. Okay, so it kind of has like this dot effect too.
You won't stop us from saving these students.
I like that. I like that whole stun follow-up combo. Kind of feels good.
Let me loose! I have to feed!
Alright. Yeah, drain that cop. You do a little jump too. Sometimes you can kind of break up that little, like, one thing. Oh, I missed that last time.
I am Jack Ryder, and you are wrong.
Do say Jack.
Because of a purple people eater named Parasite, friend.
Shut up!
Suck the life force out of everything from a Studebaker to Superman. Even a Kryptonian is no match for Parasite pain train.
You can always pick up the other side missions too. Kind of helps.
Little parasites. And out of who? You and me, friend. You.
Metropolis University, the university of tomorrow. Paging all jocks, LexCorp has sponsored an all-new training program down at the Metrodome. Go team!
Go
Met
team!
You, the university. You're the one infecting us.
Yeah, now take this!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you for subscribing. Alright. They're always at the corners here. They don't even see it coming.
It's you. You're the cause of all this.
Think you're infecting my friends?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. LexCorp sent me, so, you know, I'm working for him. He kind of pays my bills. I know it's not right. It's not right. I'm infecting these poor college students. It's like, it's not right. It's disturbing. They're going to become metas, so we can better understand it. Oh, they're meta-powered. That's why we got to get rid of them. Lex doesn't like meta anything. All right. Are there students down here? I didn't think there were. Oh, there are.
Think you're infecting my friend? Think again.
Well, I have to. He's a meta-powered student. Okay, now I gotta free one more student. I think I got that side mission done.
I've got to get free and feed. Help me.
Oh yeah. Bingo. Then you level up.
No, wait.
Alright. Then you just put more points in if you don't have them, but we do already have them, so we're not putting points into jack shit. Not until we unlock other stuff. Alright. And then most of these are just autos. There you guys have it. But once you get to level 10, you'll be able to queue as tank. And tanks are really good. I love tanking. I love healing. I love controller. I like the DPS. A lot of things. I wish they would go from a 4 to 5 man, kind of up the ante a little bit, so you could see a little bit more more traditional type, you know, configurations with your grouping. But other than that, the game is, I mean, it's a grind in certain aspects. Briefings are more grindish, you know, when it comes to certain things. When you're looking at like your end game, it's weekly, so it kind of sucks. But replay badges, if you're a all access member, I will get into the all access member benefits. I used to be an all access member because I played every friggin', me and SOE, we have, like, now it's Daybreak. Me and Daybreak, we we have a history together. Very complicated history about a lot of things, but I was an all access member on top of doing a lot of other things for fucking SOE. But Daybreak does come out with some really good games. Unfortunately, they scrapped EverQuest Next, which was what I was looking forward to, and the whole project got out the window. That was the one I was looking forward to. But if you're a PC player, now let me talk about this. Let's get into that just a little bit. Okay, so let's get into all access. All right. Okay. All access. Now, if you're a PC player, you sign up for all access. Now, if you are a console player, this mainly pertains to Xbox and PlayStation, because they're consoles, obviously. But the games are, they have on those platforms currently is PlanetSide 2 and DCUO, right? I just wanted to announce that. Okay, so why do I really, flip. All right. You would think okay, so I'm just going to scroll down. Okay, so you get 10% off marketplace purchases. Really cool, right? Now, you cannot become an all-access member if you're a console player. No, it's only for PC players, which I think is bogus. They really need to add this to console. Dear Daybreak, yeah, you guys remember me, Mystic here, telling you guys, add this shit to the console. Console players should perk from this, right? They need to do it. They need to figure a way to do it. Because they get market, they get 500 Daybreak. Now, you can sign up for your monthly. That's fine. Or you can play for free. That's fine. But the main thing is I have access to all these games at subscription base. I download them for free, whatever. So I can play EQ. It's dated. I would probably never go back to EQ. EverQuest 2, kind of like before World of Warcraft, there was this game. This game set the precedence. So when people say WoW clones, WoW is a clone of this game initially. EverQuest 2, when it came out, which was close near World of Warcraft, had the same HUD design. Actually, EverQuest probably has some of the better dungeon type setups, but fucking SOE used to have fucking transactions and expansions every 6 months. You keep pouring in money, you keep grinding, you keep farming, and you have zones that are fucking pointless. Hence why you get tired of playing these two games, because as good as these games are, and they're some of the best, and EverQuest, though, it's just grindy. It's fucking grindy as hell. Now, they used to have Vanguard, and I used to be a Vanguard player. That was a nightmare. I had to go through terrible situations. PlanetSide 2 is probably by far one of the most epic fucking shooter games in group-oriented play ever. Ever. It's a first-person shooter, and you get to fly fucking shit, rolling tanks, vehicles, mechs, all sorts of shit. The problem of it is, if you don't have a squad, the game sucks balls. Okay. If you're not rolling with a squad, you're going to hate the game. Totally. If you're in a squad, you're going to maul over everything. And if you have nothing to fight, then it gets boring. That's the only thing. So PlanetSide's a PvP. It's all PvP. And if you don't have membership, your certification points suck. It sucks without membership, because you get a cert bonus for your membership. That's why I feel like console needs this. Because if I'm a console player and I can play these two games, but I have to pay separate and I have to pay more, that sucks. That makes it like sucky. Like someone's like, oh, well, this is this. Well, yeah, because I totally want to pay for like $100 for all these expansions when I can pay one monthly fee, get them all for the DLCs, and then I can get access to PlanetSide 2. Okay, cool. So, see, $14.99 a month, all access, right? $15. It costs me $15 a month to play ESO, right? That's one game. It's a good game. Great game. It's really, really good. Or I could pay $14.99 and play all of these. It's kind of questionable. So, it used to have like 6. They used to have like 6 games at one time. Poor Daybreak has gone through some crazy shit. This game isn't even carrying the franchise anymore. This game's still carrying the franchise. And this game, these two games are carrying. PlanetSide is kind of hit and miss. So, but if they would offer this bundle, like, let's just say it, just for these two games alone, if they offered this for console, it would be well worth it for a console player. But Daybreak has kind of gotten a little slow. Can I help you level up? Will you be on like 3 hours so I can help you level up? I can definitely be on. You know, I mean, I'm just, you know, I was doing the show. I got to do a couple things. But yeah, throw me a friend invite, Caden, and I'll see if I can get with you or something. I've been working on my troller, trying to get him. He's like 111 right now. I'm trying to get some shit. Yeah, my main is villain is atomic. Oh, got you. So, a couple of things that, you know, SOE could do. I'm not going to get into it. EverQuest, it'll give you the toggle. So let's say PlanetSide 2. See, it's only on PC. Only on PC. This is the problem with this. It's like if I want to do a membership, I can do that on console, and it's like $9.99, right? But if I want to do a membership on PlanetSide 2 and DC, that's $20. I mean, it's like, to me, that kind of defeats the purpose. But on PC, I literally get so much more. You know, I get access to all DLC packs, 150 replay a month. You can buy more, whatever. Unlimited Promethean unlock boxes, unlimited in-game currency, more inventory slots, free daily vault access. You can form a league, 14 additional character slots, 20 broker slots, 36 additional bank slots, trade items and cash, EverQuest 2, additional 5 character slots, early access to new content release, member-only items. Same thing. It's just, you know, whatever. PlanetSide 2. I mean, this was the biggest one. 50% experience. That's huge. Toward certification, this is no joke. Add this with your leveling and 48 passive certification points per day. If you are not a member in PlanetSide 2 at some point, your certification points will suffer. You'll just get chewed. I'll be covering that game one day or another. But love this game. I loved PlanetSide 2. Just to go in and maul people in squads. You get like form random squads. I turn off voice chat all the time. You get like people like really getting into it. Epic battles though. I'm talking siege. Futuristic first person siege type encounters. Fucking epic. Epic shit. This was probably my favorite PvP you know, shooter. And I'm not good at a shooter. So I'd always play like engineer or some shit. And like, you know, drive the shit and, you know, come up and start repairing. But you see these huge fucking battles. So I'd always have my, you know, my firearms and stuff. But I'd like do the turrets and shit. Like the auto turrets and shit. I do, because you got classes in it. But pretty good. Pretty good shit. So anyways, man. I wish they would add this to the console. I don't know if they ever will. But, you know, whatever. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I do want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you guys for also subbing to the channel, and I hope to provide more content for you guys in the future. All right, I'm Mystic Raven. This is Mystic's MMOs. Thank you guys for watching, and once again, and always, have a nice day.